Today we will learn all about the Cartesian plane, how it works, and how to plot points on it. It was first introduced by René Descartes, a French mathematician and philosopher in the 1600s. The Cartesian plane is also called a rectangular coordinate plane. It is not only used in plotting points, but also in graphing linear equations, making geometric shapes, and many other. What is a Cartesian plane? The Cartesian plane is a flat, two-dimensional surface that helps us locate or plot points. It is made up of two number lines. The horizontal line, which is the x-axis, and the vertical line is the y-axis. It is important to label the number lines so you won't get confused. These two axes are perpendicular to each other, which means they form 90-degree angles. They meet at a point called the origin, which has the coordinates 0 for x and 0 for y. The value in the x-axis tells us how far to move left or right, and the distance of each unit should be the same. Let's start counting to the right. From 0, we have positive 1, positive 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Note that the arrows on this axis indicate that the line extends indefinitely. It has no limit or no end. But for this video, let's keep it at 5. On the same axis, we can also count backwards to the left. This time from 0, we have negative 1, negative 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. The value in the y-axis tells us how far to move up or down. In the same distance going up, we can count from 0 to positive 1, positive 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. We can also count downwards from 0 to negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, 4, 5, and so on. The Cartesian plane helps us describe the exact location of points using ordered pairs, or the x and y coordinates, where the x coordinate is called the abscissa and the y coordinate is also known as the ordinate. The axes divide the plane into 4 regions called quadrants. Here are quadrants 1, 2, 3, and 4. These quadrants help us identify the region where a point is located. In plotting the points, we always look for the value of x first, then the value of y. Let me emphasize that again. The value of x comes before y. Just like the order of these letters in the alphabet, x comes before y. Therefore, in quadrant 1, the points that we can plot are positive integers on the x-axis, and the number on the y-axis are also positive. In quadrant 2, the values of x are negative, but the values of y are still positive. In quadrant 3, both x and y coordinates are negative. Quadrant 4, x is positive and y is negative. Let's try plotting some points. To plot a point, we use an ordered pair written as x and y. Plot the points for positive 4 and negative 3. The first number tells us how far to move left or right along the x-axis. The second number tells us how far to move up or down along the y-axis. Since our number is positive 4, we go 4 units to the right. Here is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Since our second number is negative 3, we need to count downwards. So here's negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3. Then we plot a point at the exact location where this ordered pair meets, right here. Would you like to try another one? Try locating the points for this ordered pair, negative 5 and positive 7. The first number goes along the x-axis. Since it's a negative integer, we need to count backwards from 0 until we get to 5 units. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The second number goes along the y-axis. And since it is a positive integer, we start counting from 0 going up to 7 units. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Then we plot the point where this ordered pair meets, and it is right here. This time it is your turn to practice identifying quadrants. For each point, decide which quadrant it is in. Drop your answer in the comment section below. I hope you now have a better understanding of the Cartesian plane with the help of this lesson.